Now, let's start from an example. We want to solve a quadratic equation like this. Okay. Now we are going to show all the steps like this. First of all, you can see that all the coefficients are even numbers. So we just take out the 2. Right? And then we want to make this quadratic form into 2 brackets. That means factorize it. And it's not difficult. 14. 2 times 7. And here, x squared. It must be x and x here. Now, here's minus 5. So here should be minus 7 and plus 2. Equal to 0. And then we want to simplify it. Or just leave the 2 here. 2 brackets times together, it gives 0. So the first one may be 0 or the second one may be equal to 0. Or x minus 7 equal to 0. I think all of you are familiar with these working steps. So at the end we say the roots are minus 2 and 7. Now, there's another situation. We have to find a quadratic equation. And we know the roots beforehand. Like this. Form or find a quadratic equation whose roots are minus 3 and 11. Now you can see that in the first example, we have the equation and we go to find the 2 roots. That means in this direction, right? From the equation to the roots. But now you are given the roots and we want to find back the quadratic equation. That means we're going to work in the reverse direction, like this. Okay, now start. X equal to minus 3 or x equal to 11 and move the terms. We want to resume the bracket. Do you agree? Yes. X minus 11 equal to 0. This one equal to 0 or this one equal to 0. So when I multiply both of them together, it is also equal to 0, right? And now we want to expand it. How to expand it? X times x squared. 3 times minus 11 minus 33. And 3x. X times minus 11 minus 11x equal to 0. They are like terms. combine together. Yes, this is one of the equation. Now remember, it's only one of the equations. There are many equations. They have the roots -3 and 11. So if you multiply 2 here, is another equation. If you multiply 3 here, another equation. Or if you multiply by 2/7, is another new equation. Of course, we know that when it is 1, it is the simplest equation. So usually, we give the simplest one. Well, look at the question here. Find a quadratic equation. Only find a quadratic equation. So we give the simplest one. Now we can give the answer. The equation, the quadratic equation is x squared minus 8x minus 33 equal to 0. Now it's very simple. They go in the reverse way, downward and upward. Now we go to another example. Here, find a quadratic equation whose roots are -5/2 and 7/3. How to do it? Now, the steps are as follows. Solution means the process to work out the problem. Now, 2 roots. That is x equal to -5/2 or x equal to 7/3. Move the terms to x equal to -5 and 3x equal to 7. Right? Very directly. Either this one equal to 0 or this one equal to 0. So when I multiply them together, it is equal to 0. When we break the brackets here, we have the quadratic equation. Now try 2x, 3x, 6x squared. 5, 7 minus 35. And here 5, 3 and 2 minus 7. I think you are very familiar with the expansion of the brackets since Form 2. So they are like terms grouped together. Yes, this is one of the many quadratic equations who have the roots -5/2 and 7/3. But this is the simplest one. So always we give the simplest one. One of the required quadratic equation is 6x squared plus x minus 35 equal to 0. So I think you can go to the textbook and find a respective exercise and you can finish all the items. Thank you.